One of the greatest things that you got to do was talk to Donald Trump after the rally, right?
Yeah, so soon as he got off the stage, I talked with the president. We had this conversation candidly. Why are you even showing up? Why? Your consultants have said, don't show up because it's not worth it. You decided to come. Why?
Mr. President, you're pulling something off there. I've been begging Republicans, come to the black community, come to the Hispanic community. More people that were here today look more like me than you. Why did you come here today?
Well, because I've done very well with the vote. I love the people. They're incredible. They're energetic. They're entrepreneurial, and they're going to save New York. And we're going to win New York. And if we win New York, the election's over. We take over the country. We take over the country.
You think you're going to win?
I think we have a chance to win New York. It hasn't been done in many, many decades. As a Republican, I think we have a very good chance. When you see the crowd, nobody's ever seen.
Why do they like you better than any other Republican in modern time?
Well, you have to ask the other Republicans.
I mean, I'm just saying, you see black support going up with you, Hispanic, young people. Like I said, the people look more like me than you, and they say you're different. Why?
Because I did things in office that nobody else has done. Criminal justice reform. I did criminal justice reform at a level that nobody thought was possible to get. And I did that largely for the black and Hispanic community. They're the ones that wanted it. Opportunity zones with Tim Scott. And he was so much in favor of it. And it's probably maybe the best economic development package ever for African Americans, for Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans. We did a lot of things that people couldn't believe we were able to get done.
Nikki Haley said today that she's going to vote for you. It looks like the Republican Party is coming together.
Yeah, I think it is coming together. I think it's come together for a long time. You have to understand, we did the nomination process the fastest in history. You know, if somebody else were running, they'd still be running for another month in order to get the nomination. We did it 2 months ago. But the party is together. I appreciate what she said. The party is together, and I think we're going to have a tremendous
We saw it early in the diners. I would go to the diners, and they said they wanted Trump because of the Trump economy, the border being secured. Is this going to be a record election? You say that there has to be undisputed win in this time.
Well, I won't forget you at the diner, because when somebody else would blurt out, well, Nikki's doing well, Laurent's doing well, or somebody else, and you'd say, that's not what I'm seeing out here, and then you'd go and it was all Trump.
He likes the diner segment.
He loves the diner. I mean, it was undisputed when it comes to the diner. I think the interesting thing from the Trump campaign perspective, and Susie, who's been running the campaign, and Chris, is how are they going to get these people to the ballot box now? I think this was a great way to motivate the people, to tell the Democrats we do have people. It is reflective of the polls where you see this growing number of males, black males, Hispanics, young people. You saw that at the rally last night. Now they have to come up with a plan, now that they've shown the world that this can happen, to get those people to the polls.
Whether or not it shows up at the ballot box, what I think this represents is a narrative buster. It's a narrative buster on the idea that you're racist if you support Donald Trump. Nobody that is a minority supports Donald Trump, or the headlines they're running with this week that New York hates Donald Trump. You know, as is always the case, you're going to find your story, your anecdote to support whatever it is, your headline, but you need to have an accurate desire to see the world as it is. The world as it is in front of your face.
Yeah.
That is, at least in part, some of the truth when it comes to Donald Trump.
Yeah, that's so true. And you saw MAGA hats in the crowd and a lot of very vocal Trump supporters. But there were also disaffected Democrats in that crowd as well. Yeah, just based on the fact that it was in the South Bronx, which voted for President Biden last election cycle by 87%. That crowd didn't look like that's going to happen again, just because people are sick and tired of how things are going. So he went to a failing community and said, something needs to change. I'm going to change it for you. And it was believable because he does love this area. He's tied to this community as well, which I think spoke to a lot of people yesterday.
Well, also, look, we're going to be talking about this all show, different parts of the interview with the former president. AOC's comments did not go so well in the Bronx. First of all, there was a lot of people that I spoke with, like, she's not even from the Bronx, she's from Westchester. So I dare she come after us. They also feel like they tried to intimidate them, and they're from the Bronx. If you're from the Bronx, you understand. Don't try to intimidate people from the Bronx. Yeah,
she said that everybody in the crowd, or there are a lot of people in the crowd that weren't from the Bronx, and she was worried about their safety because she was suggesting that bad people from other areas were coming in.
Yeah, I would say the only people that were bad were the counter-protesters, which is just a small group of people that got dealt with from the people that are actually from the Bronx that couldn't make it inside the rally. There was a standoff between those two. It was handled peacefully. Words were said. But again, there's an effort right now to demonize the people just for saying they want to explore different options on the campaign trail. They should be entitled to do that without all the pushback.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.